Welcome to New Hampshire's Business. I'm Fred Coker. Lower enrollments and lower revenues at New Hampshire's public colleges and universities are about to be the focus of a task force ordered by Governor Sununu, with major changes anticipated. Here are the headcounts that have raised concerns. University system, UNH, Plymouth State, Keene State. You can see the numbers from 2020 to 2023. The community college system of New Hampshire's student headcounts 2019 to 2020 compared to 2022 and 2023, and you can see the numbers as they scroll down. They're all down except for Lakes Region at the moment. They're all down, and that's part of the problem. Governor Sununu's executive order of October 25th said in part significant changes in demographic and workforce trends, the expectations of students, and downward pressure on enrollment require optimizing public higher education for New Hampshire's future. Now, with me are two individuals who will be members of that public higher education task force ordered by the governor. Kathy Provencher, Chief Administrative Officer and Vice Chancellor of Financial Affairs for the University of New Hampshire, and Mark Rubenstein, Chancellor of the Community College System of New Hampshire. Good to have you in the studio. Thank you. Welcome.
Thank you, Fred.
Good morning. Thank you, Fred.
Let me ask you the first question to both of you. To you, Kathy, first. The governor says you're to identify the long-term needs of New Hampshire citizens and recommend changes needed to meet those needs. Without getting ahead of the task force, what kind of changes are likely to be considered?
Thanks again, Fred, for the question. Really, we need to think about the demographic pressures ahead of us.
Yep.
Eliminating maybe duplication of programs, administrative duplication, and drill into what the future needs are for higher education.
Okay, Mark, same question.
Well, two key themes. One is affordability, and one of them is workforce. On the affordability front, anticipate that we're going to try and build stronger pathways between K through 12 through post-secondary education.
Yep.
That links the two systems, in fact, links the three systems. And on workforce, more programs, short-term programs for working adults to allow for participation in a changing New Hampshire economy.
Yeah. Is a merger of the university system and the community college system a potential outcome?
We believe it's one option, but we need to examine a multitude of options.
Yeah.
Again, thinking about the future, and the task force will certainly look into that as one possible option.
Mark?
Well, again, as Kathy said, it's certainly an option. You should know that both systems over the last decade have been working toward greater efficiencies and greater collaboration.
Yes. Right. Here's a reason New Hampshire's public college enrollments are down, and let's put this graphic up. These are high schools. Enrollment in New Hampshire public schools 2022 to 2023, you can see the number, and then go down to the third line, 2002 to 2003. The number was quite a bit higher, and therein lies part of the issue. Now, for you, the governor's executive, and by the way, comment on that, would you? On the high school numbers.
Well, absolutely, they're in decline, which is what's causing pressure on enrollment, not just in New Hampshire, but in the entire New England region.
Right.
And it's anticipated that the pressure is going to get greater in the coming years.
The governor's executive order also said, and I'm looking at this in my script, net revenue has been declining in both systems since 2018. So my question is, would streamlining the operations avoid that going forward?
It may not avoid declining revenue in the coming years, but we may be able to find some synergies on the cost side. Yep. I will say, though, if we, as the Chancellor previously said, if we can identify better pathways for students from K-12 through the community college system and the university system, that could have positive revenue impacts.
Well, more revenue is needed.
Well, it will be helpful, but let me just clarify a couple of things. Both systems have kept tuition frozen for the last 6 years.
Yeah.
And for the community college system, the difference in $5 per credit hour over the last 12 years against a backdrop of inflation well over 35%. So the revenue that we're talking about is revenue in a partnership with the state to try and create greater affordability for New Hampshire families.
Mark, what's at stake here, very quickly? What's at stake?
Well, we've got to continue to provide high-quality learning opportunities for our students that will support them, their families, their communities, and the state's workforce. If this is going to continue to be a vibrant state, a vibrant economy, we've got to make sure that educational opportunities are there.
And you'd agree with that?
I do. It's incumbent upon all of us to ensure that we have a financially sustainable, strong system of public higher education in the state for all Granite Staters.
Kathy Braventure, Chief Administrative Officer and Vice Chancellor for Finance at the University System of New Hampshire, thank you. And Mark Rubenstein, Chancellor of the Community College System of New Hampshire, thank you.
Thank you, Fred.
If you missed part of this briefing on possible changes in public higher education in New Hampshire, you can go to WMUR.com, where it will be posted all this week.